Hi, grade 5. Today we will talk about the uses of rocks. You must know that rocks have many uses. Toothpaste, cement, and buildings are just some of the products that come from what? That come from rocks. Toothpaste contains some minerals that are extracted from rocks. So we can extract some minerals from rocks and make toothpaste. Can I ask you, is your house made of rocks? The answer will be yes. Why? Because our house is made of bricks and the bricks are made from rocks. Bricks are made from rocks. Okay, let's start the uses of rocks. Limestone and marble are used in buildings and monuments. Limestone and marble are used in buildings and monuments. The second type, flint rock. Flint, this is the shape of flint rock used in making toothpaste, arrowheads, and weapons. Flint rock used in making toothpaste, arrowheads, and weapons. Cement used in garden statues. Limestone and granite. Let's know the difference between limestone and granite. The pyramids were built from limestone, like this. But the top of a pyramid, which is called capstone, was made of what? Was made of granite. Was made of granite. So the difference between limestone and the granite. Pyramids were built from limestone and the top of a pyramid was made of granite. Okay. You must know that some rocks contain metals. Some rocks contain metals. What's meant by metals? Metals like what? Metals as silver, gold, and copper. Metals can be heated and shaped into any form. So we can heat metals to form different shapes and are used to make cars and jewelry and electric wires, car frames, bridges. So metals can be heated and shaped into any form and are used to make what? To make cars, to make jewelry, to make bridges. Okay, so metals, yes, rocks contain metals as gold and copper, iron, and can be heated to make many shapes that are used to make cars and jewelry. And now let's talk about properties of rocks. What properties of rocks make them a good building material? Rocks are very hard, so they can stand up to wind and rain. So, what properties of rocks? Rocks are very hard, so they can resist to wind and rain. Okay. And so, what properties of flint rock? Who can remind me? With flint rock? Yes, flint rock like this. Flint rock, which is used in making what? Yes, toothpaste, arrowheads, and weapons. Let's know the properties of flint rock. Properties of flint rock make it useful in making arrowheads and weapons. By striking it with a hard object, the shape of the flint rock can be changed. Can be what? Can be changed. So this means that it can be shaped to perform specific function, to make its function. Again, properties of flint make it useful in making arrowheads and weapons. Why? Yes, because we can change the shape of flint rock. By what? By striking it. By striking it. And it means that it can be shaped to perform its function. So in this session we talked about the uses of rocks, and we talked about some types of rocks, like limestone and marble are used in buildings and monuments. Flint rock used in making toothpaste and arrowheads and weapons. Cement in garden statues. Limestone and granite, and we know the difference between them. Pyramids were built from what? Yes, pyramids were built from limestone. And the top of a pyramid, which is called what? Which is called the capstone, was made of, yes, was made of granite. The pyramids were built from limestone and the top was made of granite. Yes. And we talked about that some rocks contain metals like gold and copper, iron, and metals can be heated, can be shaped into any form, and are used to make cars, jewelry, and bridges, car frames. Okay. And we talked about the properties of rocks. And rocks are very hard, so they can stand up to wind and rain. Properties of flint rock, which make it useful in making arrowheads and weapons. By striking it, we know that the flint rock can be changed, so it means that it can be shaped to perform its function. Thank you and goodbye.